Lucas is a night security guard responsible for overseeing the Walmart parking lot. He is known for being professional and calm, maintaining his composure even in the most unexpected situations. His skeptical nature makes him quickly dismiss any reports of supernatural phenomena. He values his job for the financial stability it provides and the tranquility of the night routine. Lucas is a practical person who prefers to deal with facts and concrete evidence, avoiding superstitions or beliefs in paranormal activities. Lucas is one of the most experienced security guards on the team, which gives him additional responsibility. He is often the only guard on duty at night, putting him in a position of leadership and control. Lucas starts his nights with patrols around the parking lot, checking for security and order. He ensures all vehicles are properly parked and there are no suspicious activities. Part of his responsibilities includes monitoring surveillance cameras, watching for any unusual movements. Lucas is diligent in his work, attentive to anything that might pose a threat to the safety of customers and employees. The night is usually calm, with few incidents. Lucas uses this time to relax, staying alert, but enjoying the tranquility of the night shift to reflect and plan. The Walmart parking lot is extensive, with several sections, some of which are poorly lit, especially in the more remote areas. The darkness creates shadows that can be unsettling, enhancing the sense of mystery in the place. The parking lot is located near a forest, adding a layer of isolation and mystery, especially at night. The proximity to the forest contributes to the gloomy and sometimes scary atmosphere of the parking lot. Lucas is often the only security guard on duty at night, increasing the feeling of loneliness. He is used to the isolation and sees it as a normal part of his job, though the atmosphere can be uncomfortable for those not accustomed to it. Customers and employees begin reporting sightings of a pale, shadowy figure wandering the parking lot at night. The descriptions vary, but they generally describe the figure as a person in old-fashioned clothing with a clumsy gait. In addition to the sightings, some people report feeling chills and a sense of being watched, especially in the darker areas of the parking lot. These reports start circulating among the employees, creating an atmosphere of curiosity and apprehension. Lucas, being the night security guard, receives these reports with skepticism, but feels responsible for ensuring the site's safety. He decides to investigate to reassure employees and customers, although he does not believe anything supernatural is involved. Initially skeptical, Lucas decides to investigate the reports to ensure the site's safety. He reviews surveillance footage but finds no clear evidence of the figure mentioned in the reports. Lucas starts making more frequent and detailed patrols, especially in the less illuminated areas of the parking lot. He is determined to find a rational explanation for the reports, whether based on misunderstandings or natural phenomena. Although he remains skeptical, the lack of concrete evidence begins to unsettle him. Lucas wonders if he might have missed something important and feels pressured to solve the mystery to maintain order and safety. Lucas recalls an experience from his childhood when he and his friends believed they saw a ghost in an abandoned house. The experience was frightening at the time, but Lucas always rationalized it as a fertile imagination. He reflects on how this experience marked him, even though he chose not to believe in ghosts or supernatural activities since then. This memory makes him question whether there could be something real in the parking lot sightings. Although he maintains his skepticism, the memory leaves him more open to the possibility that something inexplicable is happening. Lucas decides to continue his investigation with a slightly more open mind, but remains cautious. Despite the reports, Lucas remains skeptical and believes the sightings can be explained by animals or misunderstandings. He considers the possibility that lights and shadows in the parking lot can create illusions people interpret as human figures. Lucas dismisses the idea of ghosts or supernatural events, focusing on finding a rational explanation. He maintains his patrols and observations but finds nothing to confirm the reports of something unusual or paranormal. Even with his disbelief, Lucas feels responsible for solving the mystery. He continues to monitor the parking lot attentively, determined to ensure everyone's safety and tranquility. Lucas is about to face something that will challenge his beliefs. Want to know what happens next? Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to avoid missing any part of this intriguing story. Leave your like and share your theories in the comments below. Lucas's life returns to normal, continuing his patrols without notable incidents for a few weeks. The absence of new reports or strange events brings a sense of normality and security. Lucas begins to believe that the reports were exaggerated or misinterpreted. He relaxes his vigilance, returning to a more relaxed routine and less focused on finding something out of the ordinary. Interactions with customers and colleagues remain friendly and professional, with Lucas ensuring the parking lot and store remain safe and orderly. The atmosphere returns to one of tranquility and routine. On a calm night, Lucas sees a glimpse of the pale figure in the parking lot's shadows. The figure is indistinct, but its presence is enough to leave Lucas intrigued and a little scared. Lucas tries to approach to verify, but the figure quickly disappears, leaving only a sense of unease. He is disturbed by the encounter, questioning his disbelief in supernatural events. The incident makes Lucas reevaluate his skeptical stance. He begins to consider that there may be something he does not fully understand, leading him to commit to investigating further. Determined to solve the mystery, Lucas intensifies his investigation. He checks security records and talks to employees and customers who reported sightings. His questions aim to understand better the details and patterns of the reports. During his investigation, Lucas discovers that the area where the figure is often seen was once a gas station with a history of accidents and tragic events. This information makes him consider that the figure may be linked to a past event. Lucas begins to suspect that the location may have a darker history than he imagined. He researches more about the gas station's past, looking for any information that might explain the sightings. To capture evidence, Lucas adjusts the surveillance cameras to better focus on the areas where the figure was seen. He also leaves notes and objects in the parking lot, hoping for some interaction or response. The recordings show shadows and quick movements, but are still inconclusive. The captured images are ambiguous and hard to interpret, leaving Lucas frustrated with the lack of clarity. Despite the inconclusive results, Lucas remains determined to capture solid evidence. He continues adjusting the cameras and monitors the site with even more attention, hoping to solve the mystery finally. Realizing he might be dealing with something beyond his understanding, Lucas seeks help from paranormal experts. He describes the events and shares the recordings, seeking a more informed interpretation. The experts suggest that the figure might be a spirit bound to the site due to traumatic events, possibly related to the old gas station accidents. They advise Lucas to try communicating with the entity to understand its intentions. Lucas feels skeptical, but also intrigued by the possibility of getting answers. He agrees to work with the experts, preparing for an attempt to contact the figure. Lucas and the experts conduct a session in the parking lot, trying to communicate with the figure. During the session, inexplicable phenomena occur, such as flickering lights and strange sounds, increasing the tension and mystery of the moment. The figure briefly manifests, seeming to try to convey a message or ask for help. The presence is felt by everyone present, leaving an indelible impression that something or someone is there. The experience is both frightening and fascinating for Lucas. He feels more committed than ever to understand what is happening and to help, if possible, the figure find peace. The investigation reveals that the gas station had a fire decades ago, resulting in several deaths. Lucas and the experts consider that the figure might be connected to one of these victims, possibly someone who died tragically in the fire. The evidence suggests that the spirit might be bound to the site, seeking recognition or peace. The tragic history of the gas station adds a new layer of understanding to the events, linking the present to the past unexpectedly. Lucas feels a mix of compassion and responsibility. He understands that the figure might be trying to communicate something important, and he commits to helping the entity find peace. Determined to help the figure, Lucas and the experts plan a farewell ritual. The goal is to provide the figure with the necessary recognition and help it move on, leaving the site in peace. The ritual is carefully organized, including prayers and symbolic gestures to honor the fire victims. The local community is informed and invited to participate, creating a sense of solidarity and closure. Lucas feels a mix of anxiety and hope as he prepares for the ritual. He hopes the event will bring resolution to the mystery and a sense of peace for everyone involved. During the ritual, the figure appears more clearly, and there is a sense of tension and anticipation in the air. Lucas and the experts make sincere appeals for the entity to find peace and leave the site. The figure seems to respond, and a sense of relief and tranquility spreads throughout the parking lot. The presence everyone felt begins to dissipate, leaving an impression that the ritual was successful. For Lucas, the event is a transformative experience. He feels that he finally helped bring peace to a troubled soul, changing his perspective on the supernatural and the unknown. After the ritual, the sightings cease, and the parking lot returns to a normal atmosphere. The unease that previously permeated the place disappears, replaced by a comforting calm. Employees and customers report a sense of peace and clarity in the place, as if a weight had been lifted. The community, once restless, now feels safer and more tranquil visiting Walmart. Lucas reflects on the experience, feeling satisfied and at peace with the outcome. He knows he did something important for both the figure and the community, bringing him a deep sense of fulfillment. What Lucas discovered changed his view of the world. Want to know what else might happen? Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications for more mystery and horror stories. Leave your comments and theories below, and stay tuned for the continuation of this fascinating story.